What if you could face life's chaos with unshakable calm, tackle your work with laser focus, and still come home feeling truly at peace? That's the promise of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that's more relevant than ever. Welcome to Daily Stoic Habits, where we dive into practical wisdom to transform your life. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button for daily Stoic Habits and ring the bell so you never miss a video. Today, we're exploring how Stoicism can help you find balance between your career and personal life, giving you tools to thrive in a world that never slows down. Picture yourself stuck in a whirlwind, deadlines piling up, emails flooding your inbox, and life's curveballs knocking you off course. Sound familiar? Most of us are juggling too much, chasing balance, but feeling like it's always just out of reach. That's where Stoicism comes in. It's not some dusty old theory. It's a battle-tested mindset that's been guiding people through tough times for centuries, from Roman emperors to modern-day CEOs. Stoics have used these principles to stay grounded, no matter what life throws at them. In this video, we're breaking down Stoic lessons you can actually use whether you're grinding, at work, or trying to be present for the people you love. We'll unpack what Stoicism is, how it applies to your job, and how it can reshape your personal life. By the end, you'll have a clear roadmap to start living with more calm, clarity, and purpose. Let me share a quick story. A friend of mine, let's call her Sarah, was drowning in stress. She was killing it at her marketing job, but the pressure was relentless late nights, constant demands, and a nagging feeling she was neglecting her family. One day, she stumbled across a Stoic idea: focus only on what you can control. It was a game changer. She started small, prioritizing tasks, letting go of pointless worries, and suddenly, she wasn't just surviving her days, she was owning them. That's the kind of shift Stoicism can spark, and it's why I'm so excited to share this with you. Why does this matter? Because life doesn't come with a pause button. The demands of work, relationships, and personal goals can feel like a tug-of-war. Stoicism teaches you to step back, breathe, and focus on what truly counts. It's about building a life where you're not just reacting, but choosing your path with intention. So, stick with me. We're going to explore Stoic principles that'll help you navigate tough work days, strengthen your relationships, and find peace in the chaos. If you've ever wondered how to stay steady when everything's falling apart, this video is for you. Don't forget to subscribe to Daily Stoic Habits and turn on notifications. We've got tons of practical tips coming your way. Let's dive in and discover how Stoicism can bring balance to your work and life, starting right now. So, we've talked about why Stoicism matters, how it can anchor you in the storm of work and life. But what exactly is this philosophy that's been around for over 2,000 years? Let's dive into its roots, its core ideas, and why it still resonates in a fast-paced world. Stoicism was born in ancient Greece around 300 BCE, when a guy named Zeno of Citium started teaching in Athens. He didn't have a fancy lecture hall, just a painted porch, or stoa, where he shared his ideas. From there, Stoicism spread to Rome, where it shaped the lives of some of history's heavyweights. Think Seneca, a brilliant writer and advisor, who navigated the treacherous politics of Nero's court; Epictetus, a former slave who turned his hardships into timeless wisdom; and Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor who scribbled profound reflections while leading an empire through war and plague. These folks weren't just philosophers, they were doers, proving Stoicism works in the real world. At its heart, Stoicism is about living well, no matter what's going on around you. It's not about suppressing emotions or being cold, it's about mastering them. The big idea: focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. Sounds simple, right? But think about it. How often do we stress over things like traffic, other people's opinions, or random setbacks? Stoics say, stop, that's out of your hands. Instead, they urge you to zero in on your own actions, choices, and mindset. It's like decluttering your brain, clear out the noise and make room for what actually matters. This leads to the four Stoic virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Wisdom is about seeing the world clearly, cutting through distractions to make smart decisions. Courage isn't just about facing danger, it's showing up for tough conversations or taking risks at work. Justice means treating others fairly, whether it's your boss, your co-worker, or a stranger. And temperance, that's self-control. The discipline to say no to fleeting temptation so you can stay true to your goals. Together, these virtues are like a compass, guiding you toward a life of purpose and integrity. Stoicism also leans hard on reason. It's about using logic to navigate life's ups and downs, not letting emotions hijack your decisions. Ever snapped at someone in the heat of the moment, only to regret it later? Stoics would say, pause, think, act with intention. They believe that by training your mind, you could find calm even in chaos. Marcus Aurelius put it best. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. So, why does this ancient philosophy still matter? Because life today feels like it's moving at warp speed. We're bombarded with notifications, deadlines, and expectations. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, like you're losing control. Stoicism steps in as a lifeline. It's not about escaping reality, it's about facing it with clarity and resilience. Whether you're stuck in a soul-crushing job, dealing with family drama, or just trying to keep your head above water, Stoicism offers tools to stay steady. Take the idea of amor fata, loving your fate. It's not about pretending everything's great. It's about embracing life as it is, flaws and all. Imagine you miss a promotion at work. A Stoic wouldn't sulk or rage, they'd ask, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? It's a mindset shift that turns setbacks into opportunities. Or consider the practice of negative visualization, briefly imagining worst-case scenarios. Not to scare yourself, but to prepare. If you lose your job, what's your next step? By thinking it through, you rob fear of its power. Stoicism isn't a quick fix, it's a way of life. It's about building habits that make you anti-fragile, stronger with every challenge. In a world that's constantly trying to pull you off course, it's like an anchor, keeping you grounded. As we move forward, we'll explore how to apply these ideas to your work and personal life, turning philosophy into action. Now that we've unpacked what Stoicism is, a philosophy rooted in reason, virtue, and focusing on what you can control, let's bring it into the workplace. Your job can feel like a pressure cooker, tight deadlines, demanding bosses, or that one co-worker who always seems to push your buttons. Stoicism offers practical tools to not just survive, but thrive in these moments. It's about showing up with clarity, staying calm under fire, and building a work life that aligns with your values. Let's break down how Stoic principles can transform the way you approach your career. First up, controlling your emotions in high-stress environments. Work could be an emotional minefield. Maybe you get a harsh email from a client, or a project you poured your heart into flops. Stoicism teaches you to pause and separate your feelings from your response. Epictetus said, it's not things that upset us, but our judgments about them. That's stinging criticism from your boss. It's just words. You can't control their opinion, but you can control how you react. Next time you feel your blood boiling, take a deep breath. Ask yourself, is this worth my peace? Then choose a response that keeps you grounded. It's like building a mental shield. Stress comes at you, but it doesn't have to break you. This ties into focusing on what's in your control. So much of work feels chaotic. Market shifts, company politics, or tech glitches at the worst possible moment. Stoics would say, let it go. You can't control the Wi-Fi crashing during a presentation, but you can control how prepared you are and how to handle the hiccup. This mindset is a game changer for time management. Instead of stressing over a looming deadline, break your tasks into what's urgent and what's not. Tackle what you can, delegate what's possible, and don't waste energy fretting about the rest. It's like clearing fog from a windshield. You see the road ahead and drive with purpose. Let's talk about Stoic virtues in action at work. Start with justice, treating everyone fairly, from the intern to the CEO. That means listening to your team, giving credit where it's due, and owning your mistakes. Courage comes next. Maybe it's speaking up in a meeting when everyone's silent, or pitching a bold idea even if it might flop. Wisdom is about making decisions based on reason, not ego or fear. Say you're offered a promotion, but it means longer hours and less time with family. A Stoic would weigh the trade-offs clearly. Does this align with my values? And temperance keeps you disciplined, skipping the temptation to scroll social media for an hour and focusing on the task at hand. These virtues aren't just ideals. They're habits that make you a better colleague and leader. How do you put this into practice? One powerful Stoic tool is daily reflection. At the end of your workday, take 5 minutes to jot down what went well and what didn't. Ask, did I stay true to my principles? Did I let distractions derail me? Seneca was a fan of this. He'd review his day to see where he could improve. It's like a mental audit, helping you spot patterns and grow. Another practice is setting clear intentions each morning. Before you dive into emails, decide 1 or 2 priorities for the day. Marcus Aurelius started his mornings reminding himself to be patient and kind. No matter what came his way, try it. Tell yourself, today, I'll focus on my work and let go of what I can't control. It's a small act that sets the tone for everything else. Let's paint a picture. Imagine Alex, a project manager who's swamped. His team's behind schedule. His inbox is a war zone, and his boss is breathing down his neck. Pre-Stoicism, Alex would have snapped at his team or stayed up all night stressing. But now, he applies Stoic principles. He takes a moment to breathe, lists what he can control, delegating tasks, scheduling a team huddle, and lets go of the rest. He approaches his boss with honesty, proposing a realistic timeline. At the end of the day, he reflects, I stayed calm, communicated clearly, and did my best. The project's still tough, but Alex feels in command, not overwhelmed. That's Stoicism at work. One last point, Stoicism isn't about being a robot. You're human. Some days, you'll slip, lose your cool, or miss a deadline. That's okay. Stoics don't aim for perfection. They aim for progress. When you mess up, acknowledge it, learn, and move on. It's about building resilience so the next challenge hits a little softer. As we shift to applying Stoicism to your personal life, next, you'll see how these work habits spill over, creating a ripple effect of calm and purpose. For now, think about one Stoic practice, maybe that daily reflection or focusing on what's in your control, and try it at work this week. We've seen how Stoicism can transform your work life, keeping you calm under pressure, focused on what matters, and grounded in virtue. But what about when you clock out? Life outside the office brings its own challenges, family tensions, unexpected setbacks, or just the weight of everyday stress. Stoicism isn't just for the workplace. It's a blueprint for navigating your personal life with resilience and meaning. Let's explore how Stoic principles can help you face adversity, live simply, build stronger relationships, and find peace in the chaos of daily living. First, let's talk about accepting adversity. Life loves to throw curveballs: a health scare, a falling out with a friend, or a plan that crashes and burns. Stoicism teaches you to meet these moments with a steady heart. Epictetus put it bluntly, you don't control what happens to you, only how you respond. When something goes wrong, don't waste energy wishing it hadn't happened. Instead, ask, what can I do now? This isn't about giving up, it's about redirecting your focus to what's in your power. Picture a sudden car breakdown. You can't undo the flat tire, but you can decide to call for help, stay calm, and maybe even laugh at the absurdity of it. That shift in perspective, it's like turning a storm into a breeze. This ties into living simply and practicing gratitude. In a world obsessed with more stuff, more status, more everything, Stoicism pulls you back to what's essential. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself to be content with a simple life, a quiet life. You don't need the latest gadget or a perfect Instagram feed to be happy. Try this each day. Take a moment to notice what you already have: a warm meal, a sunny afternoon, a kind word from a loved one. Gratitude flips the script on wanting. Instead of chasing what's missing, you start seeing the abundance right in front of you. It's like clearing clutter from your mind, making space for joy in the ordinary. Now, let's get to relationships. Stoicism isn't about going it alone, it's about showing up fully for the people in your life. The virtue of justice calls for empathy, fairness, and forgiveness. Think about a time you clashed with someone close, a sibling, a partner, a friend. It's easy to let anger take the wheel. Stoics would say, pause, see the situation through their eyes. Maybe they're stressed or hurting. That doesn't excuse bad behavior, but it helps you respond with clarity instead of heat. Seneca wrote about letting go of grudges, to bear trials with a calm mind, robs misfortune of its strength. Forgiveness isn't weakness, it's strength. It frees you to build connections based on trust and understanding. Communication is another Stoic superpower. Ever snapped at someone and wished you could take it back? Stoicism encourages you to speak with intention before you respond in a heated moment. Ask, is this kind, necessary, and true? This simple filter can diffuse arguments and deepen bonds. Imagine you're frustrated with a friend who's been distant. Instead of accusing them, a Stoic might say, I've missed you lately, everything okay on your end? It opens the door to honesty without burning bridges. Small, mindful choices like this turn relationships into sources of strength, not stress. How do you make Stoicism a daily habit? Start with Stoic meditation, not sitting cross-legged chanting, but a focused reflection. Each evening, spend a few minutes reviewing your day. Ask, where did I let negativity take over? How can I do better tomorrow? Seneca did this to stay honest with himself. It's like a mental gym, strengthening your ability to stay present. Another practice is letting go of toxic thoughts. When you catch yourself spiraling, say, obsessing over a mistake, channel Marcus Aurelius. If it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. Redirect your mind to something productive, like planning your next step or helping someone else. It's a quiet way to reclaim your peace. Let's bring this to life with a story. Meet Jamie, a single parent juggling a demanding job and 2 kids. Last month, a pipe burst in their home, flooding the kitchen. Pre-Stoicism, Jamie might have spiraled into panic, blaming the world for their bad luck. But Stoic ideas changed the game. Jamie took a deep breath and focused on what they could control, calling a plumber, protecting their belongings, and keeping the kids calm instead of dwelling on the mess. They practiced gratitude, thankful for a neighbor who offered help and the kids' laughter despite the chaos. When stress crept in, Jamie reflected at night, noting what they handled well and where they could improve. The flood was still a nightmare, but Jamie faced it with a strength they didn't know they had. That's Stoicism in action. One more Stoic gem, memento mori, remembering you won't live forever. It's not morbid, it's motivating. Knowing life is finite pushes you to cherish the moment. Hug your loved ones a little tighter. Call that friend you've been meaning to catch up with. Savor the small joys. It's a reminder to live now, not when everything's perfect. Stoicism in your personal life isn't about being untouchable. It's about being unbreakable. You'll still feel pain, sadness, or frustration. That's human. But with Stoic tools, you can face those emotions without being consumed by them. As we move to weaving Stoicism into your daily routine next, think about one practice like gratitude or mindful communication you can try today. We've explored how Stoicism can steady you at work and enrich your personal life, keeping you focused, resilient, and grounded in virtue. But how do you make this philosophy stick? It's not about reading a book once and calling it done. Stoicism is a practice, a way of living that grows stronger with small, consistent steps. Let's dive into how you can weave Stoic habits into your daily routine, turning ancient wisdom into modern results. From simple starting points to overcoming hurdles, here's your roadmap to living like a Stoic every day. First, let's talk about getting started. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Begin with something manageable, like reading a few pages of Stoic writing each morning. Marcus Aurelius' Meditations is a great pick. Short, punchy reflections that hit hard. Or try Seneca's Letters from a Stoic for practical advice. That feels like a conversation with a wise friend. If books aren't your thing, apps like Stoic or Daily Stoic deliver quick quotes and exercises to spark your thinking. The goal isn't to memorize philosophy, it's to let these ideas sink in. Like water slowly shaping a stone, even 5 minutes of reading can set a calm, focused tone. For your day. Next, build a daily reflection practice. This is Stoicism's secret weapon. Each night, carve out 5 minutes to review your day. Grab a notebook or your phone and ask, what did I do well? Where did I slip? How can I improve tomorrow? Seneca swore by this, using it to hold himself accountable. Maybe you stayed patient during a tough talk with a coworker. Celebrate that win. Or perhaps you got sucked into a pointless argument. Note it, learn, and let it go. This isn't about beating yourself up. It's about getting better, one day at a time. Think of it as a mental mirror, showing you where you're shining and where you need polish. Mindfulness is another Stoic habit you can start right now. Stoics were big on staying present, not letting your mind race to the past or future. Try a quick exercise once a day. Pause for a minute and focus on your breath. Notice the air moving in and out, the sounds around you, the weight of your body in your chair. If your mind wanders to a work deadline or a fight with a friend, gently bring it back. This practice, rooted in Stoic ideas of self-awareness, trains you to stay calm in the moment. It's like a mental reset button, helping you face challenges. With a clear head, how do you make these habits stick? Set a plan. Pick a specific time for your Stoic practices, say, reading over morning coffee or reflecting before bed. Tie them to existing routines to make them automatic, like brushing your teeth. If you want to go deeper, try a 30-day Stoic challenge. Commit to one practice, like writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day. Track your progress on a calendar or app to stay motivated. The key is consistency, not perfection. Even on busy days, a quick reflection or a single mindful breath counts. Small actions compound, turning Stoicism into second nature. What about when it's hard to keep going? Life gets messy, work piles up, kids demand attention, or you're just exhausted. Stoics knew discipline wasn't easy, but they had a trick. Focus on your why. Why are you doing this? To stay calm for your family, to be a better leader at work, to feel less overwhelmed. Keep that purpose front and center. When motivation dips, remind yourself what Epictetus said, you become what you give your attention to. If you skip your reflection for a day, don't spiral, just pick it back up tomorrow. Stoicism is about progress, not flawless execution. Tools can help, too. Beyond books and apps, try a simple journal for your reflections. A basic notebook works, or use something like Notion for digital notes. If you're visual, create a Stoic cheat sheet with key quotes like focus on what you control, or choose virtue over anger and stick it on your desk or phone wallpaper. For inspiration, follow Stoic-focused accounts on social media or listen to podcasts like the Daily Stoic. These little nudges keep you connected to the philosophy, like a friend whispering encouragement in your ear. Let's bring this to life. Imagine Sarah, swamped with work and family responsibilities. She starts small, 5 minutes of meditations each morning, jotting down 1 gratitude and 1 lesson learned each night. At first, it feels awkward and she misses a few days, but she keeps her why in mind, staying present for her kids. Over weeks, she notices a shift. When her toddler has a meltdown, she breathes, stays calm, and handles it with patience. When a work crisis hits, she focuses on her next step instead of panicking. Sarah's not a sage, but she's stronger, more centered. That's the power of daily Stoic habits. As we wrap up in the next section, we'll tie all this together and leave you with a clear call to action. For now, pick one Stoic practice, reading, reflecting, or mindfulness, and try it today. We've journeyed through Stoicism, its roots, its power to transform your work and personal life, and how to weave it into your daily routine. This philosophy isn't just ancient wisdom, it's a practical guide to finding balance in a world that pulls you in every direction. By focusing on what you control, embracing virtue, and building small habits. You can cultivate calm, clarity, and purpose. Whether you're navigating a tough workday or a personal setback, Stoicism equips you to show up as your best self. The beauty of Stoicism lies in its simplicity. You don't need to be a scholar or meditate for hours. Start with one practice, maybe a quick reflection at night or a moment of gratitude in the morning. These small steps ripple outward, reshaping how to handle stress, connect with others, and live your values. Imagine a life where challenges don't derail you, but make you stronger. That's the Stoic promise, and it's within your reach. Try this. Pick one Stoic idea from this video, like focusing on what's in your control, and apply it this week. Notice how it shifts your perspective. Maybe you stay calm during a work crisis or let go of a pointless worry. These moments of progress are what Stoicism is all about. Keep at it. You'll find yourself not just surviving, but thriving. Due to time constraints, we'll wrap up here. I hope this video has been helpful to you. If it offers even a small bit of guidance, I'm truly fulfilled. Save this video to your playlist to revisit anytime. Please like and share it with others. Sometimes the right message at the right moment can change a life. And don't forget to subscribe to Daily Stoic Habits and hit the bell to catch our next value-packed videos. Goodbye, and see you soon.